to Hybiz News. I'm Suresh Kochatel. India's power consumption grew 11.45% to 55.37 billion units in the first half of October this year, mainly driven by the buoyancy in industrial and commercial activities as per the government data. Power consumption in the country was recorded at 49.67 billion units during October 1st to 15th last year, and according to the Power Industry Ministry data. For a full month in October last year, the power consumption was 97.84 BU. Thus, the extrapolation of the half-month data gives a sufficient indication that the power consumption may witness a year-on-year double-digit growth this month, according to experts. They said that the double-digit growth in power consumption in the first half of this month showed that the commercial and industrial demand has improved with the easing of the lockdown restrictions and would be better than this in the coming months. The government had imposed nationwide lockdown on March 25th to contain the spread of COVID-19. Power consumption started declining from March onwards due to fewer economic activities around the country. The COVID-19 situation affected power consumption for 6 months in a row from March to August this year. Power consumption on the year-to-year basis declined 8.7% in March, 23.2% in April, 14.9% in May, 10.9% in June, 3.7% in July, and 1.7% in August. The data showed that electricity consumption had grown by 11.73% in February. Power consumption has shown an improved post the lockdown easing and economic activities after April 20th. After a gap of 6 months, power consumption recorded a growth of 4.6% in September this year at 112.43 BU from 107.51 BU in the same month last year. Earlier this month, Power and New and Renewable Energy Minister R.K. Singh also said in September the power demand was higher than the September of 2019, so the growth started again. Despite the fact that COVID-19 problem lingers, the growth in our power consumption and the demand has started. Peak power demand met the highest supply of power in the country in a day during October 1st to 15th and was recorded at 170.04 gigawatts recorded on 7th of October and 8th of October. Peak power demand met for the month of October last year stood at 164.25 gigawatts recorded on October 14th, 2019. Peak power demand in September this year recorded a 1.8% at 176.56 gigawatts compared to 173.45 gigawatts a year ago, the data showed. Peak power demand had recorded a negative growth from April to August this year due to the pandemic. The peak demand dropped to 24.9% in April, 8.9% in May, 9.6% in June, 2.7% in July, and 5.6% in August. In March, it was muted at 0.8%. Thank you for watching.